So let me start with just dear Sony. Please get over this isolationist, crossplay, anti-associated disorder, whatever you want to call it, concept that you won't let people play together. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, essentially Fortnite for the Switch released today. That's actually what you're seeing on the screen right now. This is footage captured from the Nintendo Switch version of Fortnite. And at the end of the day, if you've ever associated your Fortnite account with a PlayStation, you have to create a new account. You have to start all over. However, if you're on Xbox, PC, mobile, well, welcome to the party. Your progress is going to continue. I've recently become really aware of this because I put together a guide on how to link your accounts. I find that it's much easier to do it through the Epic website, and so I did. And thus my progress, all my unlocks, my season, my everything that I've done so far in Fortnite is available to me. And this is a really great pleasure. The fact that I can pick up on Xbox, go play on the Switch, and vice versa. It works great. However, if you have a Switch account, if you create a Switch account, and then you try to play on a PlayStation, you're out of luck. In fact, those basically should be treated as two completely separate versions. I don't think this is acceptable. I don't think us as gamers have to accept this. And I think really it falls down to the PlayStation community to voice this frustration, not to Epic, but to Sony. They're the ones who are controlling this, because earlier this year we know that it works because they accidentally had it working. And then essentially it was reported, and then, oh, oops, Epic had to turn it off. And that in and of itself tells me that the only wall, the only block is Sony Interactive Entertainment. We saw this a lot at E3 this year. We see a lot of this building with multiple people, multiple platforms wanting to play together. And that is what I'm calling for today. I'm calling for cross-play now. Hopefully Fortnite is a big enough property to gather enough attention so that we can finally move past this wall that Sony has built up in its place. Sony's not completely at fault. It's not like Microsoft hasn't done this stuff in the past. Nobody here is innocent when it comes down to it. The only thing we know is that we need to move our way forward. The path to the future begins with crossplay. The path to the future begins with playing what you want, where you want, with who you want, without having to sit here and worry about it. Now, we can always have debates. Should we allow crossplay when it's PvP? Should we allow these things? And I always fall on the side of let the player decide. If they want to crossplay into a different environment, like if I was going to play Xbox One X and Switch, I have that ability and I can choose that. Obviously, the visual draw distance of the Nintendo Switch does not compare to that of an Xbox One X, but this game is beautiful, and I don't think it matters because I'm having fun playing a game, whether I'm on Xbox, on Switch, on PC, on mobile. It just feels so frustrating that PlayStation players are left out of this event. They're left out in the cold. Their world is just so separate. So if you haven't created an account yet for this game, don't create it with PlayStation. I am sorry to say that it doesn't appear to be a bug. It appears to be a philosophy within the company that obviously needs to change sometime soon. You can obviously tell that I'm frustrated, and I'm calling for change. I'm calling for PlayStation gamers not to fall down on this, to be loud, to voice their concerns, to play this game elsewhere, to not buy V-Bucks on the PlayStation world, to buy them anywhere else, to play that and invest their accounts with the other platforms. And either that would send a message. I honestly don't know. I personally don't know anybody at Sony, but maybe this video will help. Maybe they'll, we'll get some traction there. So again, heartfelt apologies to those who've been affected and impacted by this decision from Sony. I hope that we can see some social change as it relates to crossplay. I think crossplay is an important feature. I think gaming communities no longer need to be separate. I think at the end of the day, we're all going to benefit when we can play where we want, with who we want, when we want, why we want. It doesn't matter. This game is a fun game, and it's so big and it's so popular. I'm hoping that this traction helps make a change. But it's up to you. If you're a PlayStation player, you got to go let them know via the forums, via Twitter, making your own videos, not letting this conversation die, but letting it become louder and more frustrated. We're going to go into a new generation. Maybe it's a technical hurdle by Sony. I don't personally know. But maybe the PlayStation 5 can change this. Maybe the next generation of games and consoles and platforms and everything, we can finally get together, play together, and have a good time. But this has been Brian for Work to Game, who's very frustrated and wants nothing more than to be able for everybody to play, whether you're PlayStation, Xbox, PC, mobile, Switch. I just want people to play where they want to play. And I've said it 100 times, and I'll keep saying it, and I hope you say it with me. Sound off in the comments below if you're done, if you're tired of Sony and their isolationist. I don't know what real way to describe it. I'm waving my hands around like a madman right now because it just doesn't make sense. Sound off in the comments below. Let's have that conversation. Let's try to make something happen here. I would love, love, love to see this and more games share these environments, these communities together. And that's just my opinion, but I'd love to know yours. Thanks so much for watching this video. My name is Brian with Work to Game. I hope you have a fantastic day and take care of yourself. Talk to you soon. Hey, what's going on? This is the end screens. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit one of these whatevers around the screen for some even more fun. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know. I don't know what Google's thinking.